Hey guys, this is time traveler Bernard Gamble, and I'm calling in from the year 1912. The date is April 14th, and it's close to midnight. I'm in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, standing atop of the infamous iceberg that is minutes away from colliding with the Titanic. The Titanic's lights have broken the horizon, and she is growing in size with each minute. It's hard to tell, but I would say the iceberg is some 85 feet to 100 feet above the surface, and some 400 feet long. It is also a bit more transparent than the typical bright white icebergs we are used to seeing. The water is very still and the air is very chilly and crisp. The starlit sky above offers a surreal panoramic view. It sure doesn't feel or look like a scene of impending doom. Okay, enough talking. The ship is quickly approaching. I'm going to hold up my microphone so that you can hear the Titanic as it approaches. They just spotted the iceberg. I would say the ship is some 1,500 feet away. The stern has just begun its pivot to the port side. Here we go. It's about to hit. Absolutely massive up close. That was amazing. I cannot believe what I just saw. The hull of this ship rises so dramatically from the water. It looks like a skyscraper heading right towards you. It's so powerful yet sleek. I just can't believe it. And you see the rivets up close as she passed. There were thousands of them, all perfectly aligned and symmetrical. To think it was all done by man and not machine. And the rows of portholes as they marched past, it was as if they were never in. Some were illuminated, some were not. I couldn't help but think, who was behind them? Were they awake? Did they notice the iceberg? And above the decks, the 4 towering orange and black smokestacks, they were so much larger in person than what I ever imagined. Smoke billowed out of the 3 or 4, and they were backlit so beautifully by the deck lights, and were each anchored down by long, thick black cables. And the white upper decks, their contrast with the black hull is so simple yet stunningly beautiful. The deck of the ship was as bright as day. It was as if the ship was saying, "Look at me." I swear every possible room on that deck was illuminated and vibrant. That's a ship that never sleeps. The Titanic also had its own distinct smell. It was a mix of coal smoke, fresh paint, fresh wood, and even a hint of cigar smoke as she passed. But what really hit home was seeing the letters in all capitals on the side of the stern that read Titanic as she passed by. It was like a marquee. Not a detail was spared on this ship, believe me. I did catch sight of a few people. On the deck, there were 2 women dressed in heavily embellished clothing, along with 2 men dressed in suits and top hats. They jumped back in surprise from the railing as ice began to rain down. As the stern of the ship went by, there were 2 men on the top deck. I would suspect crew members by the look of the uniforms. They stood pointing at the iceberg as she quickly passed by. And that was it. It all happened so quick. The ship is already 3 football fields away now and has begun to slow. Steam is beginning to rise from the smokestacks. I feel sick to my stomach knowing what's taking place on the ship right now. Think how many people at this moment don't even realize their fate. Well, this is Bernard Gamble. I hope you enjoyed. Actually enjoyed is a bad choice of words. I hope hearing the Titanic has put a better perspective on what happened on this fateful night.